Hey everyone, this is Nandi with Nandi's Naturals. This is day 13. The weather has been a little overcast, so surprisingly, it's not like melting you the minute you walk out of the door. It actually feels pretty good. I think they say it's somewhere between 78 to 82, somewhere around there. So it actually feels good, and that's probably because it rained so much last night. It was like the earth was just puking. Okay, our creek rose so high. It was a beautiful sight, but it was like watching rapids in your own backyard. Beautiful sight to see, but a dangerous sight at the same time. But that's why I can appreciate nature. I know that it's multifaceted. It is the true Gemini, put it like that. Two sides, Jekyll and Hyde. And I got to witness both of them, and it was a beautiful sight to see. Anyway, just wanted to update you on the deodorant, let you know how things are going. I heard from a volunteer last night. She said that she put it on in the morning, and she said it smells so good that one of the children complimented her on it. She went out and she started running her errands, and somewhere within that time frame of running errands, I don't know exactly how long she ran and what the conditions were, but the point about it is that she said she started to notice some funk creeping in. And what we found out, and it goes to something that had been on my mind anyway, and I think it got confirmed with what happened to her, is I believe that the stick might be a little too firm, and I plan to soften it because it's something that's been bugging me. And when something bugs me, it usually is because it's something that needs to be resolved. So since she said that she said that she believes that she actually, because of the firmness of the stick, may not have put enough on, and I have a tendency to have to agree with her on that she did not put enough. And on the directions, I do say apply liberally, but that's kind of hard to do if your stick is too hard. Hence, I am going to be softening the stick. That is one of the changes that I am going to make to it. She's going to put the deodorant on for day 2, which is today, which means she probably already has it on because, the day is pretty much, we're moving towards the evening now. So I'm pretty sure that if she put it on, more liberally today, she probably did really well. I'm expecting to hear from her that it passed. And again, it gave me a lesson. It confirmed something that I had been thinking. So I'm going to apply that lesson by softening the stick. Another thing that came about it is I had another volunteer that contacted me, and she, prior to using the no baking soda deodorant tester, she had been using baking soda neat under her arms, nothing else, just baking soda, just putting it under there like you put powder on your body. And she said for the last few years her armpits had been very black underneath, and she would experience a lot of itching and irritation, but because that was the only thing that she knew of that would really work for her, she kept what I basically told her was abusing her underarms, and when you get these type of reactions, I highly recommend that you stop using whatever it is you're using, because that can lead to something serious. We don't always think that we can cause infections throughout the rest of our body by the things that we use under our arm. Well, some of us do, because we've seen and heard that there is a connection between certain deodorants and breast cancer. So the same goes for using a deodorant that is causing you issues, or using some product that is causing you issues. It could turn into something bigger. Boils can turn into staph infections, which can turn into sepsis. And I'm not trying to be fatalistic here, but that is a reality. So don't abuse your pits. Don't abuse your body, period, but don't abuse your pits either, just for the sake of conforming to some type of societal thing that says that you need to always smell like a meadow of flowers, okay? Because you are the one that will suffer for it later on. So I am so happy that this volunteer decided to agree to test this no baking soda formula, and that it is working for her. Not only is it working for her, like she says, her pits have been clearing up, that there's been no itching, there's no irritation. She said she would itch so bad she'd just stand there and scratch. So she said that is going away. Her pits are clearing up, returning to their former skin tone. So that right there in itself, that even balances out the partial, what I consider a partial fail that our first user, our volunteer that contacted me last night was experiencing. And another thing about going back to the first one is a lot of times when you use a deodorant for the first time, you're more likely to fail on that first day, no matter what deodorant you're using, because for one, it's an adjustment for you. You've never used it before, so you don't really know how much you need. And a lot of times we either end up over applying or under applying. The good thing is when you're applying something natural that really doesn't have anything in it that could be an allergen to you or toxic to you, you over applying doesn't affect you as much as if you're using some type of conventional deodorant that has a lot of toxic ingredients and you're constantly just pasting it on every day. So that's another thing that, like that we were considering, that her fail could have also come from her not being accustomed to using that particular deodorant. So not just the firmness of the stick, but not being accustomed to using that one. But we're still not going to take responsibility off of the firmness of the stick. That still has to soften. So that is all I have for day 13. I'm still doing good. The deodorant is working perfectly for me. I have had no trouble. I haven't caught a whiff of trouble under my arm. I love the way that one volunteer has said that. That has kind of stuck with me. I've had no whiffs of trouble. I haven't used the nature thing like I did yesterday over and over and over again, and I'm not going to say it because I said I'm not using it. But anyway, it's been a good day. It's a nice cool day out here. I'm actually enjoying the breeze. I'm going to have to go in though, because the mosquitoes are not going to let you enjoy anything for too long. But again, you can catch this series on our Facebook page at Nandi's Naturals. You can catch it on our YouTube channel at Nandiyaa, Nandiyaa. You can also catch the series on our Twitter page at Creole Girl. That's KREYOLGIRL. And the ones that are posted on Twitter will take you back to the videos that are uploaded on the Facebook. But still, all in all, you can follow the series because it's sequential on our Twitter timeline. That is what I have for you today. Don't forget, visit our site. We're more than a deodorant company. You can visit us on the web at www.nandisnaturals.com. Again, that's www.nandisnaturals.com. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your investment. I appreciate you for going along on this journey with me, for taking the time to watch these videos. I hope that there's some information shared in them that actually helps you in your decision making and your knowledge as far as deodorants go, and the products and the ingredients and things that go into deodorants. So again, thank you for being here.